Have you ever felt an inexplicable pull, a calling from a place you've never physically been? A whisper in your soul that speaks of sun-drenched shores and a life less ordinary? For me, that insistent whisper, that siren song, came unmistakably from Goa, a land I had only dreamt of. A vision of golden sands stretching as far as the eye can see, palm trees swaying in a gentle rhythmic dance, and a life lived entirely at the unhurried pace of the ocean tides, where worries simply melt away with each passing wave. It was a call I simply couldn't ignore. I decided to answer that call, to pack a single bag filled with only the essentials, and embark on a journey alone to this fabled coastline, a place brimming with untold stories and hidden gems. This isn't just another travel guide filled with generic recommendations. It's a heartfelt invitation, extended to every soul who's ever dared to dream of traveling solo, of forging their own path and discovering the world on their own terms. Goa, with its unique and captivating blend of Indian warmth and Portuguese heritage, felt like the perfect blank canvas upon which to paint my own adventure, a place where I could truly lose myself in order to find myself. I pictured quiet, reflective mornings spent on deserted beaches, the only sound the gentle lapping of waves against the shore, and vibrant, unforgettable evenings filled with the infectious rhythms of music and the comforting sound of shared laughter under a starlit sky. Embarking on a solo trip can initially feel daunting, a leap of faith into the unknown, but Goa's warm and gentle embrace makes it surprisingly easy to shed your inhibitions and embrace the unknown. The locals are incredibly warm and welcoming, always ready with a smile and a helping hand, and the traveler community is incredibly supportive and inclusive. And the whole state seems to move with a wonderfully relaxed, easygoing energy, encouraging you to slow down, breathe deep, and simply be present in the moment. Here, in this little slice of paradise, you can be wonderfully alone with your thoughts and experiences without ever feeling truly lonely or isolated. Let this be the spark that ignites the start of your own incredible story, your own personal Goan adventure. What follows is a map of my own personal experiences, a collection of memories and insights, a collection of moments both big and small, that profoundly shaped my journey and left an indelible mark on my soul. The sun is slowly rising over the vast expanse of the Arabian Sea, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, and a beautiful, life-affirming adventure is waiting just around the corner, patiently waiting for you to embrace it. So, take a deep breath, feel the sand between your toes, and ask yourself, are you ready to begin? My journey began with the warm, humid air that greeted me as I stepped off the plane. It was an immediate sensory overload, a stark contrast to the sterile, air-conditioned environment I had just left behind. The air hung heavy with the promise of adventure, a feeling I had been craving for so long, so different from the world I'd left behind. The familiar sounds of my home country faded into a distant memory, replaced by the vibrant chatter of locals and the exotic calls of unseen birds. I knew in that moment that I was exactly where I needed to be. I was finally in Goa, the land of sun, sand, and 1,000 untold stories, a place I had dreamt of visiting for years. The air was thick with the scent of salt and tropical flowers, a heady mix that instantly transported me to a state of relaxation. It was an aroma that spoke of lazy days, warm nights, and the simple pleasures of life. A local taxi, its windows down to embrace the balmy breeze, took me past lush paddy fields and colorful Portuguese houses, each one a testament to Goa's rich and diverse history, each turn revealing a more vibrant world. The landscape was a kaleidoscope of greens, blues, and reds, a feast for the eyes that left me breathless. My first stay was a small family-run guest house, tucked away in a quiet lane, far from the bustling tourist hotspots. It was exactly what I was looking for, a peaceful sanctuary where I could unwind and immerse myself in the local culture. My host welcomed me like a friend, with a warm smile and a genuine curiosity about my journey. Their hospitality was a refreshing reminder of the kindness that exists in the world. And my simple room, though modest, overlooked a lush garden teeming with life. The sounds of birds chirping and insects buzzing filled the air, creating a symphony of nature that lulled me into a state of tranquility. That evening, as the sun began its descent, I walked toward the sound of waves, drawn by an irresistible force. The path to the beach was lined with swaying palm trees, and the air grew thick with anticipation. And found the beach. The sand was soft beneath my feet. The sunset painted the sky in brilliant colors, a breathtaking masterpiece of oranges, pinks, and purples. And I stood there, just breathing it all in, letting the beauty of the moment wash over me. It was a scene that would forever be etched in my memory. It was a moment of pure peace, a feeling of complete serenity that I hadn't experienced in years. The worries and stresses of my everyday life seemed to melt away with each passing wave. As darkness fell, slowly and gracefully, beach shacks lit up with fairy lights, creating a magical ambience that sparkled against the dark sky. I chose a quiet one, drawn to its understated charm and the promise of authentic Goan cuisine. Ordered rice and fish curry, eager to sample the local flavors and experience the culinary delights of Goa. And listen to the sea, its rhythmic roar a constant reminder of the vastness and power of nature. Alone, but deeply connected to everything around me, I felt a sense of belonging that transcended language and culture. This was the magic of Goa beginning to unfold, a subtle yet profound transformation that was already taking root within me. It wasn't about grand adventures yet, or ticking off items on a bucket list, just small, perfect moments of being present, of appreciating the simple beauty of the world around me. And that was enough, more than enough. It was the beginning of something truly special. The next morning, eager to explore beyond the confines of my hotel, I decided to embrace the Goan way of getting around. I rented a scooter. It felt like the most natural thing to do. The ignition turned, the engine roared to life, the key to freedom in Goa. A sense of liberation washed over me, the open road beckoning with the promise of adventure. My first real destination, the place I'd heard so much about, North Goa, and specifically, the lively bohemian spirit of Anjuna. I was keen to experience its unique vibe firsthand. The ride was exhilarating, a sensory overload in the best possible way. Palm trees lining the roads created a green canopy overhead, dappling the sunlight and adding to the tropical feel. And every now and then, glimpses of the brilliant blue sea at every turn, a constant reminder of the coastal paradise I was traversing. Anjuna Beach was alive with color and music, a vibrant tapestry of sights and sounds that immediately captivated me. People from all over the world relaxing on the sand, a true melting pot of cultures and backgrounds, all drawn to this little corner of India. I found a spot under a coconut tree, seeking a little shade from the Goan sun, and watched the world go by, completely content in my anonymity. Yogis, finding their inner peace with the sound of the waves as their soundtrack. Families, building sandcastles and creating memories that would last a lifetime. Solo travelers like myself finding solace and connection in this shared experience, all sharing the same stretch of sand, united by the allure of Anjuna and the Goan spirit. I explored the rocky outcrops, the unique red laterite cliffs that give Anjuna its distinctive character, and climbed to a viewpoint, eager to capture the panoramic vista that awaited me. The Arabian Sea, stretching endlessly before me, a vast expanse of shimmering blue meeting the horizon. It was a moment of quiet reflection amidst the vibrant energy, a chance to breathe and appreciate the beauty surrounding me. As evening approached, the sky began to transform, and I settled at a beach club, finding the perfect spot to witness the sunset. The sky exploded in color, a breathtaking display of fiery oranges, vibrant pinks, and deep purples. And a collective sigh of awe swept through the crowd, a shared moment of appreciation for nature's artistry. I struck up a conversation with a fellow traveler, a kindred spirit also seeking adventure and connection, sharing stories and dreams, finding common ground in our shared experiences and aspirations. Even when you travel alone, you're never truly on your own, especially not in a place like Goa. Goa's magic is in these simple, beautiful connections, the ease with which strangers become friends, and in the freedom to find your own rhythm, to embrace the unexpected, and to simply be present in the moment. After the North's energy, I was drawn to Goa's quieter, soulful side. Old Goa. The former Portuguese capital felt like stepping into another century, with wide roads and grand historic churches. The Basilica of Bom Jesus, a UNESCO site, held centuries of faith and devotion within its cool, silent walls. Across the road, the Say Cathedral's vast interior and famous golden bell spoke of Goa's layered past. Wandering the grounds, I found chapels and ruins half hidden by greenery, each whispering stories of glory and faith. Away from the crowds, I felt a deep connection to the past. Old Goa is a reminder that this land has many layers. It's not just about beaches and parties, it's a place with a rich soul. Here, history feels alive, waiting to be discovered. Goa's spirit is found in both its vibrant present and its sacred stories, and both are worth exploring. My quest for history led me to Fort Aguada, perched on a cliff above the Arabian Sea. The 17th century fort, with its thick stone walls and iconic lighthouse, is a testament to Goa's resilient past. Walking the ramparts, I took in sweeping views, endless ocean on one side, coastline and river on the other. I found a quiet spot, imagining the Portuguese soldiers who once stood watch. Moments like these make solo travel rewarding. You have space to let your imagination wander. As the sun dipped low, the fort glowed golden, and I felt a profound contentment. Fort Aguada was more than sightseeing. It was an experience of strength, beauty, and history. Another piece of the Goan puzzle etched in memory, and a view I'll never forget. No trip to Goa is complete without a visit to its legendary flea markets. At Anjuna Flea Market, color, sound, and energy collide. Incense, spices, music, and endless stalls. I wandered for hours, chatting with artisans and hearing the stories behind their crafts. I met a fellow solo traveler, and together we explored, laughed, and shared street food. The market was more than shopping. It was about connection, with people, culture, and the vibrant heart of Goa. As the afternoon faded, I found a quiet spot near the beach, listening to live music and the waves. The market's chaos melted into a perfect, soulful moment. Goa's flea markets are a celebration of life and community, and a reminder that the best souvenirs are the memories you make. After the North's energy, I craved the quiet magic of the South. So I headed to Palolem. The drive was scenic, the landscape greener and more untouched. Palolem Beach, a crescent of white sand and calm turquoise bay, was breathtaking. I stayed in a simple bamboo hut, waking to the sound of waves and watching fishermen bring in their catch. Life here was slow and intentional. Long walks, boat trips to hidden coves, and kayaking across the bay. Evenings were spent watching spectacular sunsets, the sky ablaze with color. One night I joined a silent disco on the sand, dancing under the stars, music in my ears, the beach perfectly tranquil. Palolem taught me the beauty of simplicity. Sometimes the most profound travel experiences are the quietest. Here I found space to reconnect with myself. The South's gentle rhythm was a gift, and its magic unforgettable. Goa's soul shines brightest in its quiet moments. No journey is complete without tasting the local food, and Goan cuisine is a delicious fusion of Indian and Portuguese traditions. Every meal was a discovery. Fish curry rice, fiery vindaloo, coconut-rich zakuti, and fresh pau bread from village bakers. I sampled street snacks and learned the secrets of Goan cooking in a family kitchen. We shopped at the market, ground spices, and shared a feast together. Food here is more than sustenance. It's comfort, tradition, and connection. Each dish tells a story of land, sea, and culture. Cooking with locals brought me closer to the heart of Goa. The flavors lingered long after the meal ended, and the memories even longer. On my final day, I watched one last sunrise on the beach, where my journey began. I felt a mix of sadness and immense gratitude. Goa had given me more than memories. It gave me confidence and a sense of empowerment. Navigating new places, making friends, and embracing the unknown changed me. The world is kind and welcoming if you approach it with an open heart. Goa's greatest gift was the feeling of freedom and belonging. I thought of the people I'd met, the connections that turned a trip into a journey. Goa is not just a destination, it's a feeling I'll carry with me. If you feel that same whisper calling you, I hope you listen. Give yourself the gift of a solo journey, wherever it may be. Find your own sunrises, your own quiet moments, your own connections. This is just my story. Now it's time to write yours.